I, like many other young men, yourself probably included, decided to make the life-changing decision in 2021 to start hitting the gym. My reasoning for doing this, well, a lot of it came down to deep insecurity. I'd recently broken up with my girlfriend, and I thought that now was a good opportunity for me to start leveling up. During the pandemic, the lockdown, I started hitting fitness seriously for the first time in my life. I started going out running, I started getting weights in, and I started to build a little bit of muscle. But I knew that if I was going to actually build some serious muscle and take my physique to a level which I could be truly proud of, then it was time for me to step foot in the gym. And this is exactly why I decided to make this video, because I was in the gym the other day and I really thought to myself that, has this worked? I've been putting in significant and, more importantly, consistent work for the last 2 years, nearly 5 days a week. I would say on average, hitting the gym, eating pretty well, sleeping pretty well. I barely drink at all. I don't take drugs. I don't do any of that shit that most people do. Not on anything. I don't even take any supplements. So it's a good example of what you can achieve. But I wanted to make this video because I know that a lot of young men do this for the wrong reasons, and they want to get more women, and this is a massive reason why I wanted to do it too. I knew that the caliber of women that I kind of wanted to attract, that I would have to somewhat level up my life. And as young men, I think the natural calling on how we do that is to build a better physique, is to put on muscle, is specifically build a more aesthetically pleasing body. And I have built up a body which I would consider a top 1% body for sure. 10 out of 10 really. When you consider the average body, that you might consider it not to be that, but I think you're probably going off social media, and there's obviously people out there who have more chiseled abs and they have a bit more muscle, and they're probably maybe they're 8, 7, 6% body fat with a load of muscle, and yeah, they do look better than me, but they are probably in the top 0.01% of bodies when you consider the vast majority of people are just completely overweight. But that's a bit of a side note, but I'm sure I'm going to get a few comments of people giving me some stick as usual. But anyway, I would say that the short answer, if you want to just skip it and you want to know the short answer, will this body get me girls? I need to know the answer now. If it doesn't, I don't want to know. The short answer is yes. At building a more muscular, attractive physique will get you women. That's undoubtable. I don't think anyone can disagree with me. But the long answer, which I'll get onto in a minute, is will it get you the caliber of women that you want to attract necessarily? Then maybe not. But I don't think I've seen any examples where the volume of women that you will attract does not increase when you build this body. I don't think that's ever happened. Like, naturally for a woman, they see a guy who's skinny. They see you a few years ago and you were skinny like myself, and then they see me now, or they see you now a few years later when you've been hitting the gym seriously. They're not going to say, I want that guy 2-3 years ago who was skinny, low on confidence, didn't really look like a boy, compared to a guy now who's a lot more muscular, looks a lot more masculine. They're obviously going to go for that guy. They might not say that it really makes me want to be with you that much more, but they're not going to be like, oh, it's so much, I don't want to be with that guy at all. Like, you'll see these videos where a guy will go around interviewing these girls, and he'll basically say like, oh, which physique do you think is the most attractive? And you'll get like a really skinny guy, you'll get like a skinny fat guy, you'll get a guy with like a bit of muscle, and then you'll get like a proper like gym lad who's got like a lot of muscle. And you'll see a lot of women might say, especially if they're younger, that they prefer the skinny guy, and if he had that much muscle, if it was like that chiseled, like really good abs and a lot of muscle, then I wouldn't want to be with him. But I think this is a complete lie. I don't believe that there's women out there that will be like, I don't want him because he's got more muscle. I don't think that is a case. But when it comes to attracting a higher quality of woman, someone who you would truly consider being in a long-term relationship with, someone you would truly consider having children with one day, then I believe that it doesn't necessarily aid your chances of getting this woman, because I think if she has good values, if she is brought up well with strong parental figures and in a good environment away from the degeneracy of the UK and the US, and she's not tapped into social media and all of this stuff that everyone would be better off if they stayed away from, then I don't think she's going to value something that is external that could be taken away. And this includes other stuff. It's not just your physique and the muscle and the abs and all of that. It includes your money, materialistic possessions such as cars, watches, the penthouse in London, all of this stuff that a lot of red pill guys such as like Andrew Tate will tell you is important, and you need to get as much money as you possibly can. And by no means am I saying I've gone blue pilled and you should just be yourself, and that it doesn't matter that, and you shouldn't put as much work in at all to become a more attractive man, to level up your life, because I definitely think that is important, and that is going to attract women more. And if you're going for that volume, then sure, but these other things are going to be more important to you. But for yourself, more importantly, I think it's important to be the best version of yourself. Like that is what we kind of do self-improvement for. But a lot of other people who may be more red pilled, like I say, Andrew Tate or someone like First Man, will tell you to kind of prioritize your money. How much money you earn is very important, whether you kind of have that flashy car, all of this stuff that, like, for me, if it's a woman that values these types of things, then we are not compatible. I don't want to be with someone who values that types of stuff, and if they were taken away, wouldn't want to be with me anymore, because I can guarantee you that guys like Andrew Tate and others out there who are attracting a large cohort of women would not be able to attract them without having the materialistic possessions. And that is the truth of the situation. They don't love them for who they are. I know a lot of us know this already, but most people are okay with this. But from my point of view, I don't think that you should be with a woman who is, obviously she might be like, it's nice to have that stuff, but it shouldn't make any difference whether you have this or not. And my cousin, I'm sure she won't mind me saying this, recently said to her partner, it was like, I'm not with you for the money. If I was with you for the money, I wouldn't be with you, I'd be with someone else. And I think he took this the wrong way a bit, which is understandable, but it's basically just saying that she doesn't value this kind of these materialistic stuff that a lot of people tell you is important. How much money is he earning? That's like what do you do for a living? Because a lot of people want to figure out how much money you're earning and stuff, and it's like the way society and media are telling you that that's important these days, and it's not about who you are as a person really and what you truly value, which is a sad reality, but that's what a lot of people will focus on these days. And that's a narrative that you should have this, you should have this money, you should be earning so much, you should have a certain type of car, a certain type of house, and all of this stuff. But anyway, going back to the body, which was what this video was about, building the body, does it get you girls? My advice would be that if you are looking at maybe my content, you're looking at myself, who was naturally very skinny, struggled to put on any weight, any muscle, just weight in general, and you think he's done very well in a couple of years, and I could probably do something similar. Maybe you're even starting from a better position than myself. My advice to you would be that do this for yourself. If it makes you feel good, then go for it by all means, but make sure you're not doing it for the wrong reasons, because a lot of people do a lot of things in life for the wrong reasons. For example, like, you'll see a lot of people saying that they want to help young men, yet all they want to do is live that lifestyle of being able to live where they want, not having to work a normal job, and they basically just get to sell courses that they don't have any intention of actually improving men's lives and men's mental health. But the lifestyle appeals, it makes them look good. They don't actually really care about young men like I do, and I know a few other people such as Hamza really do care about. But a lot of people will build the body too because they want more women. It gives them more status and stuff like that, that's not actually going to make them any more fulfilled and more happy in themselves. But that's my advice. Like for myself, like you could ask me and be like, well, why do you still go to the gym? Why are you still trying to build more muscle or anything like that? Then my answer is that I do it for my own mental well-being, really. For me, the gym is just something that is so kind of rigid in my routine now that I like to do every day, and it's one of the most important things for me. Like 3 things that I value every day that I pretty much know will be a good day is if I exercise. For example, going to the gym, it's normally always that. When it comes to exercising, it's doing purposeful work like this, sitting and talking to you about how we can solve our problems that we're facing, and 3, spending time with people I love and care about. If I tick those 3 boxes every single day, then I know that I've had a good day. And I feel like if a lot of people did that, then they would be a lot better off. But that's for me anyway. But I've achieved more than I ever imagined. When I first started going to the gym, or even before this, I never saw myself as a big gym goer. I never saw myself building a really attractive physique. It was never something that really was part of my life growing up. It wasn't part of anyone in my family. Has never pushed me into it whatsoever. So I said this to my friend the other day. I was like, without being too it's like, it's weird to be actually nice to yourself these days and kind of give yourself a pat on the back, but that's kind of what I was saying. I was like, I've done more than I ever felt was possible, and I'm more than happy with what I've built. Obviously, yeah, if I push on and do more just from going to the gym, then that's good. But if I don't, then that's fine, because I'm at a very content place with what I've done with my physique and overall life, and that's fine. But sometimes I will catch myself out and I'll see some guy, maybe he's bench pressing or he's doing some bicep curls, and his biceps might be 1 inch, 1 centimeter bigger than mine, and be like, oh, I need to push on, I need to go build a bit more muscle because that guy is going to get more validation and more status than me. But I've got to think that I'm doing this for the wrong reason. I like to question everything. Why do I think that way? Why does that make me feel like this? And I know that it's not the right reasons. It's not for something inside of me that's telling you that this will make you a better man. It will make you feel so much better. It's not going to. I'm always going to want more and more. That's naturally, it's just a way of life. And a lot of people end up getting too greedy and not knowing when enough is enough. And I've gone a lot more back to my spiritual roots that I was a couple of years ago, before I discovered a lot of self-improvement content, a lot more red-pilled content, where they wouldn't tell you too much to focus on money and the body and working as many hours as possible. It was more about questioning yourself, myself, and consciousness, which I'm doing a lot more recently. And I honestly truly believe that is a way forward. And if a lot more people did this, they would be a lot more fulfilled and happy. It's almost guaranteed if you listen to any kind of spiritual teacher out there and the way they live their life. I feel like that is a lot better way for us to be living our lives. But that's been this video on whether it's worth it. Is it? Because I don't. It's like, if I haven't gave you an overall answer, I would say that for women, then no, you shouldn't do it. But if you want to do it for yourself, like I know that a lot of young men do, because it makes you feel a lot better, then yeah, do it. And I think, as I mentioned, that if you have the possibility to build something such as an aesthetically pleasing body that's gonna kind of be there with you, something that you can grow and something that you can kind of nurture for the rest of your life, then it's something that you should do. But for getting women, my answer is that I don't think it is for attracting the woman that you want to be with. But that's my views and experiences. But let me know yours below. That would be really interesting and important for other people to know too. And thoughts below in the comments. And yeah, like and subscribe. one-to-one coaching link will be below. If you want more information on how I built my body, my kind of diet and the exercises I do, I built a aesthetically pleasing V-taper body guide, which I'll link below if you want to have a look at that. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care.